Good evening fellow classmates, and good evening Dr. Edling. My name is Alan, and I will be your host for tonight's debate between Sarah Palin and Gary Boyd. The issue for debate and discussion is transformative leadership. Specifically, what are some identifying characteristics of transformational leadership? So without further ado, I present to you former Governor Sarah Palin and Professor Gary Boyd. First, Governor Palin.
Thank you, Alan, and good evening, friends. I am here tonight because I am a transformational leader. I represent the very definition of what it means to be a leader.
Hello guests. I am here to guide the dialogue regarding transformational leadership. And, with all due respect to Sarah Palin, we shall see what the facts bear out. The truth is, while many throw around the term transformative, most mean only change. But, according to Mesereau, Taylor, Cranton, Anderson and others, the two are not the same.
Mesereau, Smeezereau. Did I tell you that I once was the governor of Flippin, Alaska? Alaska, the biggest state, required big leadership.
Yes, we know you were governor, but according to scholar Michael Palshatine, there are at least 9 principles of understanding surrounding real transformative leadership.
Okay, I guess you are going to bar us with your 9-point bridge to nowhere. Bring it on, and all will see that a leader like me is, was, and will always be transformational.
First, here is the list of 9, and we will cover them each separately. 1. Transformation is not synonymous with change. 2. Transformation requires assent to change. Number 3.
Okay, stop with the list. We can all read Mikey's list of 9. What I want to know is if there is anything on that list that I didn't do.
Well, number 3 on the list says TL requires a second-order change. You simply changed the gender in the office, but there was no second-order change. Then there is number 5. It says that transformational change is irreversible. When you left office, everything reverted back the way it was.
Transformational. Ha. You just have gender issues. Have you seen the videos of me stalking, hunting, shooting, killing, and then gutting a bear? Now, that is transformational.
Actually, I do not have gender issues. Wow. This tells me where our discussion needs to go. With our audience's permission, I wish to digress for some important input. Governor Palin, there seems to be no space inside your mind for considering new or different information. You seem unable to suspend your own desire to push your agenda. I highly recommend a university course taught by Dr. Edling, but until you can get there, here are a few considerations. First, I refer you to a book entitled Presence. It is a book that resulted from a long, year-and-a-half conversation between some amazing thought leaders in the field. Leaders in the field, like Peter Senge, C. Otto Scharmer, Joseph Jaworski, and Betty Sue Flowers.
Speaking of presence, I am still here, remember? And, what does this presencing mumbo have to do with me as a transformational leader? And by the way, more gin and tonic please.
Presence, an idea borrowed from the natural world, in which the whole is entirely present in any of its parts, and the parts exist as embodiments of the whole. We first thought of presence as being fully conscious and aware in the present moment. Then we began to appreciate presence as deep listening, of being open beyond one's preconceptions and historical ways of making sense. We came to see the importance of letting go of old identities and the need to control, and making choices to serve the evolution of life. This is awareness that there is an emerging future that depends on us. Learning, based on the past, suffices when the past is a good guide to the future. But it leaves us blind to profound shifts when whole new forces shaping the future arise.
Okay. So how do I get into this presencing and make a space in my mind for new perspectives? Gad, I can't believe I even said those words. Where is my snowmobile? After all, what type of explosive is needed to blast open our minds? Do I have to have some big Mesereau moment?
Very glad you ask. The answer is no, and to show this I have asked my classroom assistant to demonstrate with us how a few simple things might trigger real transformation. So please direct your attention to my handsome assistant who will now engage you in what we call triggers for possible transformation.